said that wanting to be the best makes you a narcissist. You. I didn't said that. If you are with someone, if you're in a relationship, sometimes we love comparing. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it does matter, or it depends on how you think when you compare things, but it's kind of like you can't really avoid comparing things and even person in for that matter, because as a human being, we want to get something that we think we're worth to have, or we want to have the best of the best, because we think we're the best. Ganon. Especially if you're narcissistic, you want to be the best and you have to have all the best, even though you're not the best. That's the thing, guys, that I feel like a lot of us take for granted. For example, you go to live streams or like a community, and the thing is, you really doesn't know how much one word, one smile, something like that would make another person's day. I would be like super down, and one person comment on my hair. It'll make me happy. A little bit up, a little bit up. So for me, I try to do that for other people. It makes me feel good. It makes the other people feel good. It's a win-win situation. It's free. So why not? ICEE, not lying. Sometimes saying something nice to someone can save someone's life. Exactly. I think I've realized this way, way, way back as a kid. And it just leveled up when I started going to different countries, especially doing live stream and interacting with different people, which is technically is strangers. Like I only know you guys from interacting with me, but I hope what I feel for you guys, I hope I can show you that, I'm trying to give it back to you guys. This is the things that I feel like it just maximize how I use of my words. That's one of the things that I'm trying to skill up is using my words, how to approach it in words that it's not coming from, or it wouldn't be translated or misunderstood as attacking someone. Because I think it needs someone. And if I can learn it and you can learn it, each individual can learn it, I think it would be good. There are persons that they only need is some kind nice words and it will change their life. I believe in that. If you can do that to one person at a time, even as much of an asshole you are, if you feel bad, think of small things. Start with that small things, like how kids think. So you feel a little bit better. It goes from there. Doesn't matter how petty it sounds like, just do it anyways. Definitely, ICEE. This is a genuine community for everyone. Your channel will grow soon more. I hope so. I really do. I'm not going to be hypocrite about it. That's probably all of us want, especially if you're a YouTuber, you want that for yourself as well. Your passion, because life, we need money, hobby, passion, but sometimes it takes time and money to create something. So I'm really thankful for the ones who go to that extra mile to help me out on it. Hopefully, we can share all of our stories to a lot of people that might and might not related into it, and obviously help them out in their, life journey as well. If you are having stressful days, if you kind of want to share it without putting a lot of private stuff, you can do that in this channel as well. Your words are great, ICEE. Always so neutral when on topic. I think I already accept the fact that conversation, discussion, it doesn't have to be you're right, I'm wrong, I'm right, you're wrong. Because life, emotions are different for each individual. And that's what I learned from my work as a personal trainer. Everyone is different. You cannot, especially if it's an argument when it comes to, like emotions, perspective. Everyone would be different. And it depends on the person whether she or he wanted to be open on that kind of thought or perspective, but it's up to them to choose that for their own life. At the end of the day, if they choose bad, it has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a friend, if you're a family member, if you fucked up, well, what you gonna do? I'm still gonna be here, kind of thing. The same with you guys, for all the people that supports this channel. It doesn't matter if you're a troll. It doesn't matter if you're a simp. It doesn't matter if you have a very, very out there kind of like crazy perspective of whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me is you're open to change. You're open to be criticized. When you say something, be ready to be criticized because not everyone would agree with what you're saying. And the same thing with me. It might piss you off because when you're wrong, it's really irritating from time to time, especially when you really think you're right. But at the same time, you have to understand it's a process. True, everyone is different. Exactly. It's okay to be normal. It's okay to be unique. It's okay to be not unique as long as you're not hurting anyone. But remember, there are instances it's inevitable to not hurt other people when you do something. It's part of the process. So don't feel bad about that. Only do it when you feel comfortable. And also, remember, guys, I've always said this, protect each other's privacy. Don't exploit anyone just to get your stories or anything of that sort. Don't do that in this community. Like, share your stories when you feel comfortable. Share your stories, but at the same time, know to protect your privacy as well. Not everything should be brought into public. It helps to talk about things. Yes. Coming from me, who's a person who always kind of like boil things as a Japanese, you just kind of like take it. Don't complain. You just do what you have to do, shoved everything off, and you just don't talk about it. So it seems like there's no problem. Coming from that and knowing what I know now, oh my God, I hope every one of you knows how it's so nice to talk with someone. It's not going to be easy. And that's why I'm telling you, if you're a socially awkward person and you can't say things, you can always DM me your stories. If you can't say it on the live chat, let me read your stories. Let me it present to people. And you, on the other hand, can just watch laid back on your couch or in your bed and take in other people's perspective on your stories. I can do that. Let me do that. Let me use this platform for that if you want to. And it's probably easier for you guys. This is also another thing. Like for me, for example, as a live streamer, this is my channel. I can do whatever the thing I want in this channel. But at the same time, I could be free here because it's camera. Being free also comes with a responsibility. Everything I would tell you guys is open for criticism. And as I've said, once you open your mouth, once you use words, be be aware that things might not go according to your plan. But at the same time, that's the process we're going to take. Be ready for those things if you want to share things, not just in this live stream, in your personal life, in relationships, everything. Once there's another person involved in the conversation, remember to be open minded. Don't make things so personal when someone would tell you something that is not according to your belief. It's just the other person's opinion as well. People will criticize no matter what. They love criticize. Like, just be aware of yourself. You go outside, do not be aware of people walking around you. Be aware of what you're thinking, and you'll realize how much shit you talk to other people when you see them. You'll probably see one all good and all, but you're gonna pick one thing so that you can complain something. It does happen, and it's fine. It's fine. Just don't say it out loud or you might get into trouble. Yes, yes, mga unbothered na kasi tayo. So we're so done with toxicity kasi. Exactly. Try to get rid of the toxic people. It's not good for, mental health. I had this client today, and because I've been watching this lab wagon, I've also kind of linger around lonely men, lonely women, those people that are socially awkward and all of that sort. It's kind of like in my environment or like what information I'm getting. So I was this. And the thing is, I've been so talkative the whole day that I feel like, I'm too talkative that I should stop. But there's this client of mine. He's new and he's late 20s. He looks just one of those Like if you rank people, and of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, you guys. If you rank people from 1 to 10 in the good looks department, this dude is probably on 2. At least for me, in my opinion, guys. I wouldn't say he is shy because he's talking to me at the same time. When you talk to people and you give this energy, like I've experienced this in America, it sinked in more in my head to do this because in Japan we mind each other's business, especially if you were in Tokyo. Like Tokyo is almost kind of like in America, it's probably like New York. In America, everyone would compliment you. Like, hey, nice hair, nice. It feels good. And then I started to say it out loud as well at some point, like even with a guy, but also back in the day, like I grew up. Even though if you're a 2, but there's something that I could compliment because I like your shoe, I like your style, whatever, I like your character, I'll say it. I'll just say it. It's kind of like a habit because I feel like people needs compliment now and then. And if you say you don't, you're lying to yourself. Accept that fact that you're lying to yourself. Everyone needs compliment, but don't do it in a creepy way. I'm telling you guys, there is a right way to do these things. It's not really like some people cannot do it because they don't know how to read people. But I'm telling you, if you practice, you're gonna get it eventually. And for me, at first, it's kind of weird because I'm not in that kind of background, and I'm more of like, kind of like that. But once I do it, even me, I feel happy. The person I'm talking feel happy, and this dude eventually he will come again and again and again. And I think in another way of part, he's helping me out because he's giving me sales. I'm also thankful to him, and I still feel lucky about it. It's very hard, especially these days, to get clients because it's becoming normal. Recession is out there, so no, those little things you really just need to be thankful of. And I'm just really lucky that I've never really had any clients that I'm really, 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 really not doing good because that would suck. Because you cannot discriminate clients, you cannot tell them no. Those are the little lucky things that you have to look for. So for you guys, I don't know how you think of it, how you become lucky on some part. And guys, as I've said again, always, 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 always little things, guys. And for to not just watch those things that I told you about. If you don't feel lucky in life, I hope just watching this and hearing, the comment section or hearing the people that saying the things that they feel lucky about, I hope you feel something in you that would make you feel like
I am lucky because I have this. I am lucky I have to have this.
hi Ravisha from Daniel. I was lucky to meet ICEE in Japan. Yes, yes, and it's so nice to finally meet you as well. It's kind of nice. Like if you become, sometimes you'll, like for example, Daniel. Daniel's so shy. I'm pretty sure, you feel kind of like, how do you call, thankful that I'm talkative. Because if I'm not talkative, things like that, like be thankful, be lucky. It doesn't matter how small it is. It's just, you don't have to say it out loud to anybody. But now that we're talking about it, yes, say it out loud. If you're lucky on anything, post it if you want, stuff